FBI reports more than half of all hate crimes related to religion across the country are perpetuated against Jews, who only make up about 2% of all Americans. Data shows anti-Semitism is on the rise in the U.S. and here in South Carolina. Mary Green has the details on the change legislators want to put into state law in light of all of this.
The Anti-Defamation League says the number of anti-Semitic incidents across the U.S. last year was the highest since the ADL began tracking this data in the 1970s. Here in South Carolina, those numbers are spiking.
This rise is visible in graffiti in our K-12 schools, incidents on college campuses, organized anti-Semitic flyering of hundreds of homes in Horry County, South Carolina, harassment in public, and anti-Semitic rhetoric on social media.
The Anti-Defamation League reports there was a 36% increase in anti-Semitic incidents across the country last year compared with the year before. In South Carolina, that spike was nearly 200%. The ADL says most of these incidents were harassment and the rest were vandalism.
It's glaring that this has become an increasingly important issue, and also the rate of incidents is magnifying so much that we really do need to be able to have a definition.
Democratic Representative Beth Bernstein, the only Jewish member of the South Carolina General Assembly, has filed a bill to add the definition of anti-Semitism adopted by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance and the U.S. State Department to state code.
While anti-Semitism is the oldest form of hate, it remains misunderstood by many, and for this reason, the creation of the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Semitism has been an important development in our work to address the problem.
It would require the state take this definition into consideration when determining if there were violations of anti-discrimination policies, laws, or regulations.
In hiring and HR human resources, it could be used now for state employees.
Bernstein says if this bill went into effect right now, its application would be limited. But she says that impact would be greater if South Carolina passes its hate crimes bill, because law enforcement would use it to determine if a violent crime was committed against a Jewish person because of their religion.
I'm very hopeful that we will be a state that will pass hate crimes and will not be the only state that does not have any hate crime legislation on its books.
This bill just advanced out of a House subcommittee this week, so it still has to pass a few more votes to reach the governor's desk. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
Now, more than 30 countries have already adopted the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance's definition of anti-Semitism. Columbia, Charleston, Greenville, and Myrtle Beach have all also passed local resolutions with this definition.